What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
Today we're going to talk about relationships here in the Philippines and some things that some Filipinas may commonly forget to talk about, forget to mention, or just mistakenly forget altogether in conversation when you meet them.
Yeah, forget. Forget?
Or completely forget to mention altogether in conversation when you first meet them.
Yeah, so you mean accidentally forgot to mention.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Right.
Before you spill the tea, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
And definitely make sure you leave your comments below. At the end of this video, you know we read them and we love to respond.
That's right.
So don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
And stay to the end of the video where we're going to show you one of the biggest things that a lot of Filipinas hide when you first meet them at the beginning of a relationship.
Yeah, and stay tuned for the bloopers too.
All right, Chang, kick the intro and let's get into the video. Rolling by trike. Here we go. Now look, before anybody gets offended, this is all just for fun. We're not saying that all Filipinas do this, obviously, but if you've dated a Filipina, you've seen at least one of these things happen.
That's right. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it.
All right, Ching, what's one of the things that some Filipinas will omit or forget to tell you when you first start dating?
So I think the first thing that Filipinas would say is that I don't have an ex, or the ex doesn't count, or will lie about the number of exes she had in the past.
How does the ex not count?
Because I think for the most part, women, not just Filipinas, women in general would try to number it down or
Yeah,
decrease.
I know, but how does he not count?
Huh?
But how do you not count an ex?
I don't.
If you had an ex, you had an ex.
You had an ex, you had an ex. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of Filipinas or women in general think
So
that
it's a lie.
it's a lie. It's a lie. So, but you have to like really probe. You know, you can start by looking at the social media. You know, who are the frequent likers in the, like for example, in the last year.
Write that down.
Or
I ain't doing all that.
yeah.
I ain't doing all
Of course, Western men don't do. A lot of Western men won't do that.
that. I want to do all that.
But here in the Philippines, the first thing that you want to look at is the social media. You know, if she reveals that that's a cousin or a relative, oh, that's just my relative. You ask regarding their middle name or their surnames. If they have the same surnames, like for example, if my surname is the middle name of that guy, that means our parents, either my mom or my dad, is related to his mom or dad.
Got it. So keep that in mind. Check out his ID. If she says it's her cousin, check out his ID. It might not be a cousin after all. It might be a boyfriend or even a husband.
Yeah. Some others pretend that it's their best friend. Such a good friend.
Right.
You know, they pretend.
I've heard. Oh, he's my gay friend.
Yeah, but not actually gay. Pretending to be gay in front of
Exactly.
you.
I've heard about this, but I've never experienced this myself. I've heard about women who say that they don't like PDA. What's up with that?
I think they just say that they don't like PDA, but in reality, they really want PDA. They want holding hands. Holding hands is PDA, yeah?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And then hugging in public,
Right.
that's PDA. I think
So why would they say they don't like it?
because they think they're shy. They're shy to that people are looking, because as we mentioned in our previous videos, that, you know, face is very important here in the Philippines, and they don't want that kind of attention. They don't want people looking at them, and they're always so concerned about what other people will think. They will look at you, get a room, something like that.
Awkward.
You know, that's not decent doing it in public. But
Right.
you know, you do appropriate things in public. You know what I mean? Not too much affection.
It's like, what are you supposed to do? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be kissing like in public.
So next, and definitely I've heard this one before, where the Filipino will come off and she'll say, "Oh, I don't care about your money. Your money doesn't matter to me." Yeah.
Bonk.
I think they're subtly saying that, or they're just saying that I don't care about your money during the start of the relationship, so that the Westerner or the foreign guy would not think that she's
Let
a
his guard
gold digger.
down. Yeah, he'll let his guard down. Well, she said she doesn't care about my money. She's a really nice girl. She doesn't really care. But she robbed me blind when I left her in my room alone. Oh, right. But of course she didn't care about your money.
Exactly. She will like keep asking, what are you doing now? Like probing what are you doing? What do you do to earn money? How subtly asking you questions, you know, how much do you spend? Oh, how much is that? You know, asking little by little about your financial.
Oh, definitely. And women would ask me, you live in those condos? Oh, and then they would kind of like, oh, how much do those cost each month? You know, and I never answer those questions. Like none of you fucking. Like none of your business, right? None of your damn business. How much? I mean, what's it to her? But the real reason she's asking is she's trying to figure out your finances. She wants to know how much. Well, if he can afford that, then he must be making at least X, Y, or Z amount of money, right?
So she's like calculating in her mind how much you're making in a month.
And just the same, when a woman here asks you where you're staying, if you're just traveling here and you're visiting here for a few weeks, when the women ask you where you're staying, you might think, oh, it's just an innocent question. She just wants to know where I'm staying. The reason she's asking is she's trying to gauge how big your pockets are. Are you staying in a 5-star, a 4-star, 3-star? That tells her how much money you have.
Exactly.
Right? So if you're staying in a nice big 5-star joint, she's definitely going to be on your tizip.
Yeah. I like that. But it seems like an innocent question. Yeah?
Seems like it.
Seems like it.
None of them questions are innocent. They're all designed to see about them pockets. So in her mind, it's not gold digging. It's kind of financial planning.
Yeah. Future planning.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like she got a 10-key adder, right?
I know, right?
Everything she see you doing. So the next one I heard about is not true. I'm just gonna go out there. It's not true. But I've heard people say it. I rarely get jealous. But look, I'm gonna tell you how many times before me and you, people. Oh, who's that girl in the video? Ching. Are you a jealous person?
I am slightly the right amount of jealous. But you know, when I'm jealous, I talk to you about it. And I bring it up to you once. I bring it to your attention once.
Or twice.
Or twice.
Or a few times.
If you don't respond to it. Because, you know, I want us to have an agreement that you understand where I'm coming from.
I always understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, and... you know, I come from a jealous part of me.
That's where it's coming from.
It's coming from a jealous part.
I'll give you credit for this. At least yours doesn't get out of hand, though.
And that makes me burn with a jealous rage.
But look, I never put you in a situation where I let it get out of hand. Right. So.
Yeah, I just want them to know.
Who is them?
Western guys. I want you, the Western guy, to know that Filipinas are jealous. Even I get jealous, but it's the right amount of jealousy. If your woman or if your Filipina doesn't get jealous, you better be scared already. I want them to know that Filipinas are not all. Filipinas are jealous.
Yeah, just don't let it get carried away.
Yeah, just don't
get carried away with
too
it.
much. I mean, it's too much that everybody that you talk to on WhatsApp will be, who's that? I don't think.
Time for all that.
Yeah, a lot of Western guys would say, "Oh, to me, she's just a friend." But to her, remember, to a Filipina, you are not just a friend.
Because she got all those secrets.
Yeah,
right?
And
Because
she's
she
like,
knows the dude she's calling a friend ain't really just a friend. So she assuming you're doing the same thing.
And also, for example, whenever you're with a Filipina, a Western guy with a Filipina, another Filipina who's saying that she's your friend, she's just like a vulture waiting, you know?
Maybe she's a lot more traditional than you think.
So she may dress like modern. She may have a few piercings, maybe subtle piercings, small tattoos, and may act like, have this little lashes, some nails, not too long nails like claws, but she may act modern. She may say that I don't want kids, but in reality, she does want kids. And remember, here in the Philippines, a lot of Filipinos would want to get married. They want marriage here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a thing in the family, you
and
know.
Still kids.
And kids.
If they don't have them already.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll add something to that. Just from my experience and things I've heard. Even if she says she don't want more kids, fellas, she is still open to the idea of having kids. Trust me, this is experience talking to you. Let me change it. This is experience hollering at you. She is still very open. She's gonna say, "Oh, I already have a kid. I don't really want more kids." But look, she is very open to the idea of having kids, which is why when you guys do certain things, she is not going to require that you use protection. She's going to say it's all in God's hands.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Sera.
Yeah.
Whatever will be, will be.
She ain't telling you to pull nothing out or to put nothing on. She's just telling you to put it in. She is cool with having more kids. So if you don't want to have more kids, just be careful. Be careful. I'm telling you, don't just listen to what they say. Watch what they do here.
You need to have like an agreement. Like, for example,
An agreement.
an agreement that both of you are willing to, if in case, like, for example, you decided not to use any protection or anything like that, then you must have an understanding. Oh, if I get pregnant, then you'll be responsible for it. You kind of have that.
But you can't do that. You can't do that. If I put my park my car in your garage, then
that's good.
Then we're adults. I know. I understand the consequences, right? So it's up to me. I'm making an adult decision, right? So I understand the consequences of that decision, and I have to be willing to,
to take the responsibility.
To take the responsibility. If you don't want the responsibility, either don't do it, either abstain, or use condoms or some kind of birth control. Yeah, but otherwise, but look, there are women. There's women here who are willing to get on birth control. They usually just don't know nothing about it. They don't know how to get on birth control. They don't know what to do the first place to go. So there are women here who are willing to take birth control. Yeah, and it is, and contrary to what to the teachings of the church, there is birth control widely available here in the Philippines.
Yes, even in convenience stores.
Even in convenience stores, widely available.
Yes. So another thing that Filipinos would lie about is they would say, I'm low maintenance.
But you know what? I don't know if this is a lie. It depends, right? It depends. Because that's only my new phrase. It depends. Yeah.
Without a follow-up.
Yeah. Because it does depend, though. It does depend. You got to vet carefully. I do believe, this is my honest feeling, I think most Filipinos here, the majority of them are low maintenance. By comparison to Western standards, they're extremely low maintenance. Where do you do most of your shopping?
Shopee or ukay-ukay?
Exactly. What ukay-ukay is.
Ukay-ukay is like a thrift store.
It's a thrift store. It's
where
like Salvation
you buy
Army or
second-hand clothes.
Yeah, so, and that's really, really common here. To me, in my mind, I think that's low maintenance. Very few of the women I've met have ever said anything about, I need to be shopping at a, what's an expensive store?
H&M, Uniqlo.
Those ain't expensive.
For me, that's expensive already. But when I shop for the boys, I don't think it's expensive.
Right, but those,
I shop branded clothes for you guys, but for myself, I'm not sure.
I get you stuff from
H&M, Uniqlo.
Yeah, and Uniqlo. I think I got you something from H&M. You and the boys something from H&M.
That's Uniqlo.
It's Uniqlo? Okay, yeah, but Uniqlo ain't expensive.
It is expensive for me.
Okay, anyway, but that's my point. That's exactly my point, is that what you think of as expensive for us probably is not that expensive. So,
Okay.
So I do
enough.
think in general most of the women are fairly low maintenance here.
I hear you. What I'm saying is that in the beginning, they will say, I'm low maintenance. But eventually, they will keep shopping. You will just be surprised how many parcels will arrive at your doorstep.
Not with my things. Yeah, well, as long as she can afford those things, I'm cool with all of that.
As long as you are not providing
I'm cool with all that.
all the maintenance.
She should be able to have anything she could afford. But let's be real for a minute, right? When have I ever said, oh, we can't afford that?
Never.
Never.
We seldom shop, to be honest.
Yeah.
When we go out, we just eat out.
I like that you're low maintenance. You're low. You're low.
Low.
Yeah.
Low.
You know what? The moment I said that shit, the moment I said, I knew, I was like, okay, we can get us banned.
I know.
From YouTube, man. The moment I said, I was like, God damn. I know she's gonna do this. Just a disclaimer, you guys. She did this script. I didn't do nothing. This script is kind of a surprise to me. So we're going down the list. She did this, and I'm gonna say something about that.
I know.
All right, so number 7, go ahead.
In heat right now.
Number 7, go ahead.
Number 7, she'll say, I don't really drink.
I don't really drink, right? Right. I don't really drink that much.
But
right?
after a while, she'll be singing a lot of songs in the karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll keep drinking.
Yeah.
And then keep drinking. And keep drinking. And keep drinking. And the rounds keep coming. Keep coming. And she's not going to stop because she doesn't want to lose face, right? She's not going to stop. She doesn't want to lose face. And guess what happens? What do you think?
She'll throw
happens?
up.
Yeah, she's going to throw up all over your house.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying I've experienced this. I'm not saying I've experienced this, but I'm sure other cats have. So look, this is another one of those cases where don't listen to what she says. Watch. Yeah. Just watch what she does. Watch how she gets down, because that's going to tell you a heck of a lot more than what she says.
Mm-hmm. So the next one is she'll say, I respect your privacy.
Nah, bro. She's going to go on your shit. She's going to look through all your shit, through your documents, look through your phone, look through your computer.
Boy.
Stop.
Whenever it's open, I just side eye.
Whenever the computer's open, you help yourself. They'll start trying to get information from you, and they'll sulk and complain and do little tampo if you don't tell them your stuff, or like, what's your family name, so they can start Googling you or looking you up and all this stuff.
Investigating you.
Yeah. I don't know you well enough. You don't need to know my family name. Right? There's things. Oh, look, can I see your passport? No, you can't see my passport.
I think that's one of the mistakes that a lot of Western men do, is to give your full name.
Don't.
I mean, you want to be transparent, but not on the getting to know phase. You don't need it.
None of that. Do not give a woman you just met your passport.
They do that?
Man, I was like, you did what? Anyway, don't even give her a picture of your passport. If you want to do that, redact out. You can give her a picture of your passport, redact out all your pertinent information, and give her that picture. But don't be. Your passport is gold.
Yes.
When you come here, your passport is gold. It should be handled with care and only by you or government authorities. That's it. Nobody else. When you're first meeting somebody, nobody should be handling your passport.
When we first talked, you said that your passport is gold. That's what I remember.
That's how everybody should think about their passport when they go abroad. Yeah. Everybody. It's gold. So in short, she doesn't respect your privacy. She's probably going to go through your stuff. So don't let her. Look, fellas, you're going to want, she's so sweet, she's so cute. Oh, I can trust her because she's such a nice woman. You're kind of asking for it.
And also, let me just add to Filipinas wanting access on your phones. I think it's a respect thing. If it's like mail, you don't open someone else's mail if it's not named after you. I think it's very important that you ask permission, or maybe if you really want to read something or confirm something, let that person know that you're going to open the phone.
I totally agree, Ching.
So the next thing that a Filipina would lie about is she would say, I don't need gifts.
She wants gifts.
Yeah. Don't bring gifts,
She
especially
wants gifts.
when you forget her birthday.
She wants gifts.
She wants gifts.
Yeah. But I don't think that's just Philippines. I think that's all women. Women want gifts. Women want gifts. I mean, I think that's universal. They like gifts.
But
you like gifts?
not really.
Stop
I really
it.
want
Stop
time.
it. Stop it.
Honey, during Mother's Day, I specifically told you, don't buy me flowers.
I didn't
Don't buy
flowers.
me anything. I just want to spend time with you and the boys. That's it. And
Do
thank
you like gifts?
Huh?
Do you like gifts?
Not really. I'm just being honest. That's not my love language.
All,
Love language.
All 5 of them.
Yeah.
It's all 5 of them.
But
Whichever one is suitable for the moment.
honey, give me food. That's I'm happy.
You eat half my food already.
Is that considered gift?
I buy it.
Food, cookie, cake, ice
I
cream.
buy it.
Mm.
It's not a gift.
Okay, fair enough. If you consider
No.
food as a gift, then I'll be happy.
No, I'm joking. I'm playing with you, and I'll go back to the point of me saying that I think that you are very low maintenance. Don't say it. Stop. You're very low maintenance, and I mean, if the most expensive thing I have to buy you is food, then we're really, really cool. And you do eat my food. You'll eat up my damn food, but who cares? You know?
I don't ask for
cares?
anything, just food.
Yeah.
Eh?
So last but not least, the thing that Filipinos will often not tell you the truth about is when
Yes doesn't always mean yes. So the reality is that Filipinos don't like to disappoint people, and you all know that face is very important here in the Philippines. So even if we don't like it, we'll just say yes so that we don't disappoint you. And also, we'll just, keep it pushing. We don't want confrontation and all that. So that's what we normally do. Just say yes. We're like, yes, man, all the time. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Any experience about Filipinas saying yes or yes doesn't always mean yes?
a lot of experiences, and which is all the more reason why people should not come here and start dating right away. You really need to learn a lot about the culture here because it's very, even though they speak English, their culture is very different than ours. They may not say yes, but they won't say no for sure. They will avoid saying
It's
no
up
at
to
all
you,
costs.
something like
Yeah.
that. They will
It's
say,
up to you.
up to
Yeah,
you.
up
It
to you.
depends.
It depends. Yeah, it's up to you. What do you want to
Yeah.
eat? It's up to
It's
you.
up to you.
Yeah. Right. So
Yeah, I think I'm better at that now. Like when you ask me what do I want,
Mhm.
I tell you immediately
Yeah.
what I want.
because I mean we used to have some battles.
Yeah.
Like just over the dumbest. It's like the video we just did, right? Or the dumbest, the communication and the difference in cultures, right? It's like, dude, just tell me what you want to eat. Well, up to you. It depends. Let us know in the comments, what secret did you discover when you were dating your Filipina? So, or tell us some stories that you heard from other cats around the way.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
Give us a thumbs up. If you stayed this long, you must have liked our video, so give us that thumbs up.
That's right.
And according to YouTube, the best way to help support our channel is to watch another one of our videos
Right after this one. All right, so before we spill the tea, don't forget to
Spill the tea?
spill the tea.
Dude, who wrote this script?
Of course, me.
And somebody had to be shot. So don't forget to. So stay to the end of the video and check. So definitely stay to the end of the video for that.
And for the bloopers too.
That sucked.
Okay.
Before we were like a thing, you know, or even after, when we were just kind of whatever. But people, oh, who's the girl in the video? Oh, she's pretty. Yeah, she's pretty. I don't hang out with ugly. right?
Huwing honey.
I'm just saying.
So another next thing that she lie about, or the Filipina
Another
would,
next thing.
the next best thing.
The next best thing. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
what's wrong with me?
I don't know what's wrong with you either.
Okay.
Let's go.
So,
Come on.
all right.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Who's sick? Me? Oh wow, you got cobwebs. You got spot. No, that one. Oh yeah, stick them back in there. Ooh, they gonna come out. They coming out. The moment they turn the lights off, them mother don't come out.
Cockroach.
God damn.
The antenna
Oh,
of
yeah.
cockroach is
Oh
poking.
man, yeah.
Spray some
They
insecticide.
gonna climb right down the Goodness.
All
Do
right.
something about that.
Anyway, let's
Good
get
thing the
into.
camera. Good thing we ain't got a zoom lens on here.
I know.
You're low. You're low.
Low.
Yeah.
Low.
You know what? The moment I said that, the moment I said I knew, I was like, man, okay, we can get us banned
I
from
know.
YouTube, man. The moment I said, I was like, God damn, I know she gonna do that. Right, okay,
Anyway.
come on, let's go. All right.
If you like this video, we got a whole bunch of other videos that are just as good, if not better. So check those out too.
In the meantime, in between time, I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
And this is Chang.
Deuces.
We're out.